The fourth decade was remarkable. Tim Shackleton as CEO, Kevin Turner as president, and Vic Court in the role of treasurer. Membership reached 4,000. 600 children had enrolled in the swimming classes, and more than 140 had now attended the asthma camps.
And at that time, none of the swimming pools knew how to implement any asthma plan. And so we used to have demonstrations on pool deck. I'd run it, and I'd explain to them how to use their puffers and general information about asthma. And the mothers would come up to me afterwards and they'd say to me, "Do you know, I didn't even know any of that." And I'm very proud that we were able to do that.
In the late 90s, the foundation adopted a new brand and shortly after appointed Matt Tweedy as its new executive director.
Under Matt, the work really started to grow and be transformed.
We implemented a strong strategic planning process. What emerged from that was an embracing of the corporate world. We began to see us develop sponsorship portfolios with Home Building Society taking the first major sponsorship.
Another expansion of education and providing services to those people in WA who suffer with asthma and their families and carers was the funding from the Health Department of WA of 3 more educators located out in various metropolitan offices.
Different things came along. We got associated with Telethon, and they've been great supporters of the Asthma Foundation right through our last 30 or 40 years.
Your contribution to Telethon will mean the Asthma Foundation research program can continue to look for a cure. Thank you for supporting Telethon and the Asthma Foundation of Western Australia. We realised we couldn't survive where we were. We had to find new premises. And whilst that might not seem significant in terms of working towards supporting people with asthma and their carers, we simply couldn't do the work where we were.
Eventually the Lotteries Commission, who had half the building, and they had their main premises over the road, they were very keen for us to get out so they could have the whole building. So that was an incentive for them to help us move into our West Perth premises, where we've been ever since.
So we had the Premier of Western Australia open our new premises. What it gave was our staff was a first step towards a professional working environment where we could actually really spread our wings. And what came out of that was winning support to develop programs like the Newborns and Parental Smoking Project, which we tried really hard to be nappies, but in the end became naps. We just couldn't work nappies into it.
That was a health promotion program that went out to assist Indigenous mums and mums-to-be, and the Asthma Friendly Schools was developed by the CEO and the health services team at that time.
The schools were so keen to take it on board. We were surprised how many schools became asthma-friendly schools so quickly. And I thought that was a big project that we could take credit for. In fact, it was so good that the federal government took it on as a federal project to support asthma-friendly schools.
I think in those 10 years we did an enormous amount of good in ensuring that there not only would be an Asthma Foundation moving forward, but the work it was doing would reach out into the community and impact on the health and well-being of people with asthma.
Over the journey, a new executive director had emerged with a vision for education, a professional approach to strategic planning, and as an advocate for those less fortunate. It was getting tougher out in fundraising land, and competition for the generosity of donors was increasing. Perhaps the need for a major fundraising event was necessary, but if so, what would it look like?